Okay. Okay, we're going to call the meeting to order. First off, have Chris say the prayer.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for our many blessings. Please bless this meeting and the people attending. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. First off, I have public comment. Anybody have any public comments? All right. Number one, approval of hiring police officer Adam Hale on April 3rd, 2020 for $13 an hour. David?
Adam Hale just recently started. He's in the training process and going forth with that. He's come highly recommended. He couldn't make it here tonight, but I am. I've got heard good things. He's still learning.
Okay, great. I need a motion.
Make a motion for the approval of hiring police officer Adam Hale on April 3rd for $13 an hour.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Okay. I need a motion for the second and final reading of bill number 524.
Make a motion for the second and final reading of bill number 524 by title only and enactment.
I second the motion.
And all in favor? Cheryl? Greg?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. You want me to read it? You're going to read it?
No, I can read it.
Okay.
All right. This is ordinance amending section 110.260 of the city code concerning municipal court costs. Be it ordained by the Board of Aldermen of the city of Forsyth, Missouri as follows. 1. Section 110.260 of the city code court cost is amended to add a new subsection 10. In addition to the other costs authorized in this section, there shall be assessed a state court automation surcharge of $7 in all cases in which court costs are taxed. Said surcharge shall be collected by the municipal court and transmitted monthly to the Missouri Director of Revenue to the credit of Missouri Statewide Automation Fund as provided in section 488.012.35 RSMO and section 488.027.2 RSMO. Number 2, the ordinance shall be effective immediately upon passage. Adopted and approved by the Board of Aldermen at a regular meeting on today's date at City Hall in Forsyth, Missouri, which would be April 20th, 2020.
Motion to approve second reading of bill number 524 and to enact.
Okay.
Second that motion.
All in favor? Sure.
Aye.
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 Okay. All right. On to the next. Okay. Blue Valley Public Safety.
I do have an update on the contract. I got a hold of this afternoon. Looking back on our last maintenance contract and when they were down last, they have not been able to maintenance our storm sirens in 2019 or 2020 for the contract. And so I said, well, what are we going to do about it? Obviously, pending the situation, and they're busy and not allowed to have people out of town or out of the city, and they're out of Kansas City. So that's the email they replied. So basically, they'd like to amend the contract from today's date to 2021 and no cost to the city. So, obviously that would take care of our maintenance for the 2020 to 2021. We just didn't have a service between the 2020 19 and 2020. They all are current functioning and working. We test them accordingly at least once a month when we plan cording, so we haven't had any issues. But looking back on the service contract, there are severities that are due for replacement, usually about 2 to 3 year cycles. So this will hopefully work out in the near future as far as getting maintenance.
So they are not charging us anything?
Correct.
I would make a motion to approve that.
Okay.
Second motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
I think that's very fair.
Works out.
Okay, accept resignation of Hunter McConnell.
Mr. McConnell, he had been going to school, working 2 jobs, and just time consumption and stuff. I'd offer him a couple of different avenues as far as options and stuff, and he chose right now at this point in time. Kind of wanted to get reorganized and stuff. He hadn't been able to make training and calls and stuff, so hopefully in the next future he'd be able to come back to us at this time. I accept his resignation. I didn't have anything for you to present. I asked him a couple of times for a letter put on his file, but fortunately I don't have anything on file for that. So.
I hate losing him.
Yeah, he's a good kid. Hunter.
Yeah.
Motion to accept resignation.
Yes. Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Well, hopefully he gets things worked out. We're going to
Yeah,
come back.
we'll stay in contact.
Sounds like a busy guy.
Yeah, it's a tough time for everybody, unfortunately.
Okay, approved changes to fire department policies, helmet worn cameras, infectious disease control, and respiratory protection.
All right, so the policies, I need your guys' blessings to be able to approve that or make changes. The helmet worn cameras, we've only got one, we mainly use it for training. Our vehicles do have, so all the apparatus have cameras, onboard cameras on them. So I felt that we probably should have a policy in place. That is a new policy. It's kind of a blanket policy, actually. The manufacturer gave us, and kind of tweaked it as far as to fit our needs and stuff, and we're covering the footage. As far as infectious disease control officer, that's we've had something in place, but it's very vague, and with the changes and stuff, we need to amend that and protect our personnel and put some stuff in place to give some extra guidance, especially particularly the virus that's at hand. So I feel that we need to make sure we go along with recommendations from the other agencies as well. So if you guys have any questions, I'd like permission to.
Are you comfortable with both of these, the way they're written?
Yeah.
Okay, so the respiratory protection goes along with your,
Yeah, it really goes.
with the infectious disease.
Yeah, it really goes hand in hand. So basically, infectious disease covers all encompassing, and then particularly to the respiratory, gets a little more involved in what kind of protection that should be provided. And that was some guidance that was brought out by the health department and the hospital setting. So.
Now, on the COVID, you and I had a conversation on one of your firefighters that had left the state and came back, and do we have that written into a policy?
It is written. I'd have to read if it was specific, but it was per health department's guidance.
Okay.
So based on their guidance, if you left the area or went into a hot zone, then you're supposed to be quarantined for 14 days. So
Okay.
I believe I do have it in.
Okay, great. Great. Need a motion?
I would make a motion that we approve the changes to the fire department for the helmet worn cameras and the infectious disease control and respiratory protection.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And Nathan, do we have enough of the personal protection equipment?
Very minimal right now. We both law enforcement, all the agencies are struggling right now. It's just we were getting some N95 masks from the state, and the KN95s got recalled, and so we're working on their avenue to get them back. Chris had gave me a lead just earlier today on a contact, so hopefully we'll be able to get some. I'm still looking at the specs. We do have some on hand, but as far as responses, I mean, we're doing the best we can for the protection, keeping the officers and reducing, I guess you can call nuisance calls as much as possible.
Just a question for you, since you're the one dealing with trying to find all these masks. I think part of what is required for phase 2 is plentiful supply of all PPE. Do you hear anything that sounds like that might happen at some point?
You know, it's supply versus demand. Yeah. So right now, I mean, if they made, you know, some cheaper masks that would equivalent that would make would be FDA and NIOSH approved, then I think that would be available. But right now, I mean, we're not seeing anything except, unfortunately, Chinese made ones, and they're the ones that got recalled, and I'm pointing them out to that particular mask. So,
okay, I just wondered if you had any confidence right now in something like that.
Right now, it's still struggling. The health department. I mean, I've placed the order, and I've got all the way up till end of May that we may be getting it. I mean, this may be over, it may be continued. I hope not, but I don't. Right now, that is not stable, in my opinion.
Thanks, Nate.
Thank you. Okay, number 6, approved lot split for Falcons Avenue for Barbara Pringer.
You have before you the lot split. Originally, I talked to you about they were wanting to separate all 3 of the properties. Since then, they've decided to just sell 2 properties to one person and one to the other person. So what you see before you is what needs to be replatted. So the building department's looked at it, I've looked at it, James at the HDR's looked at it, and they're meeting all setbacks and everything we asked for them. So they just need your approval and the replat so they can proceed with the sale of the property.
Anybody have any problem with that? I make a motion to approve the lot split at Falcons Avenue for Barbara Pringer.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Sorry.
Bring your
I
cat.
realized I did not have that turned off.
Is that a feral cat?
Yeah, right? Always need it for my time. Okay. Approval to proceed with the title search on Highway 160 overlooked property and approve title company to handle the title search.
This is the next step in buying the property at the tax sale that we brought. So these, we need to proceed with what they've asked here on this.
I recommend that we obtain a preliminary title commitment, and then after closing will be title insurance on it, rather than just a title search.
Well, we have to do what the collector is asking.
Well, the collector doesn't care if we get title insurance or not. They have to have the title search, but the preliminary title commitment includes the title search.
Okay.
So,
All right.
I would make a motion based on that recommendation by our city attorney.
Second.
Using Continental Jack or in town
I think we should. That's the only one in town.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Also, speaking of it, have any of you seen the work that's been done by the crew out there? Oh, it's beautiful. They've done an amazing job
Tell them guys a good job.
cleaning that up. Okay, number 8, approve 2 pay requests, Jernigan Construction Street Project, pay request number 6 for $239,545.40, and pay request number 7, $101,464.13, for a total amount of $341,009.53.
And we're all complete, right?
We're all complete. There's a small retainage, or I guess just there's seven risers, valve risers that they didn't have in stock. They're going to bring back and fix something. We're trusting them on that. Giving them the money, they've been patient. They waited all year for it.
So make a motion to approve request for 341-009-53 in Jernigan.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, approve change order for Jernigan Construction and approve certificate of completion for the street project.
The change order was just to let the tonnage meet the money, so it came out right.
Motion to approve change order for Jernigan Construction.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Just a question, what are those valves? Would you say valves?
They're the water valves. They're just where you isolate something at a cross street, so they're just a ring about like this.
Oh, and so that's to decrease the...
Yeah, they're sunken
boom.
down.
Okay.
Yeah. You'll notice around town where they had the big whoop-de-doos over
Yeah.
the manholes, then they've come back and fixed those.
Yes,
So
okay.
the smallest riser they make is a 2-inch. So if it was any less than that, they really couldn't do anything with it. It'd be a hump in the road. So-
But it still can be done for those?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, they're gonna come back and fix those. Probably six to eight locations that they're gonna do.
Okay, approved budget adjustment.
In front of you is a packet of budget adjustment. As you know, we've had some expenses that we weren't quite expecting this year, so we are needing to amend our general fund budget. New computers, the in-car tablets, software upgrades for the prosecutor. Street repairs, we've had some incidental things that go along with having the major street projects that we have funded out of pocket, so that's going to be brought into line with this. And I've also reduced a few line items, such as the recreation capital expenditure line, where we were going to put some new equipment at Shadow Rock Park, taking that out of this year's budget, trying to soften the blow of the other increases. Water and sewer fund, we had a couple of major well repairs so far this year that we need to adjust the budget for, and some sewer lift station pumps that had to be purchased. So with all that in there, if you have specific questions on line items, I think I can answer you. But it's overall upping the, overall it was a reduction to the general fund budget of about $4,000 by the time we backed out some things that probably won't happen due to flooding on the general fund. And then water sewer expenses increased about $25,000 over what we had budgeted.
On that, also on that body cam that we tabled last week, I am trying to write a grant for that, so.
And I didn't adjust this for that because we hadn't made a purchasing decision
Right.
yet, so it's still to
So
be
that's
done.
why it's still tabled this time.
I noticed we still have some revenue in the park, and I know we're hopeful that the flooding will go down before the end of the season. And did we have some decent revenue before the flood?
No.
2 weeks.
2 weeks maybe.
2 weeks maybe.
Didn't have much. Revenue and expense report, we had some of those from the fall. When we rent the pavilions, that goes in. The fall softball league money is in there as part of that. And very little campground fees from last year in the fall.
Saved a ton on snow removal this year.
Hey, that was a good thing.
And salt.
And salt, yeah, we have the same salt from 2016.
I make a motion to approve budget adjustments.
Okay,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, vacancy on the East Board.
Enhanced enterprise zone, we have an enhanced enterprise zone which helps business to locate, expand in our area in certain categories. NEC, Deerland Probiotics, their new name, has taken advantage of that to expand their staffing in the past several years. And there's a board that oversees the approval, the review and approval of those applications for assistance. And we have a vacant seat on that board that needs to be filled, so we're looking for someone to fill that seat.
It'll be city or county. have to be in the city?
It affects the city. I don't know that the rules say no, would not have to be in the city. We are obligated to have the school district superintendent and one other special taxing district represented on our board, which we have right now. Debbie Redford from the health department is filling that, and of course Jeff Mingus. The other 5 seats are at your pleasure. Someone that fills the bill that might have an interest in.
We don't have any candidates.
I don't have any candidates right now.
We have a
Interested
deadline on
people.
when we have to come up with somebody.
We need to appoint them by June. It's not,
Fill out an application, drop it off if
Let us know
they're
they're
interested.
interested.
The press can let them know that.
Is it one vacancy on the board?
yes. They're 5-year terms.
I would move that we table this till next meeting.
Okay,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, reappoint David Altus to the Board of Adjustments and appoint Danny Wyatt to the Board of Adjustments.
I don't think there's any discussion. You went to Danny, huh? Talked into it. There you go. I make a motion that we reappoint Dave Aldis to the Board of Adjustments and appoint Danny White to the Board of Adjustments.
A second.
All in favor?
Abstain.
Okay. Okay, minutes for May 16th, 2020 meeting, March 26th, 2020 meeting, and March 28th, 2020 meeting.
March 16th.
Should be March 16th.
March, oh, it says May, yeah.
It does say March.
It says May. Oh, you're funny.
If we approve that, we won't have to come on May.
Yeah, there you go.
I would make a motion to approve the minutes from March 16th, March 26th, and March 28th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, bills for approval.
Motion to approve the bills March the 19th, $19,239.31. March the 26th, $146,107.01. April the 2nd, $8,991.30. April the 9th, $50,530.49. And then April the 16th, $13,788.29.
Second motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, financial statement as of March 31st, 2020.
Well, I think our budget adjustment kind of covered
I
what's
think it
happening.
did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your cash balances are here for your review, and I also included the quarterly minimum fund balance requirements on the back side of that sheet so that you can see where we stand on our reserve requirements.
Make a motion we accept and approve the financial statement as of March 31st, 2020.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, approval of transfers from March 19th, 2020 through April 16th, 2020.
Motion to approve the transfers as stated.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Okay,
I was just concerning the park, if there was nothing else right this moment. How's the scoreboard going?
The scoreboard, we've tested it, works. The console works fine. And the guys are fabricating stands for to sit on. We use well casing that we already had, and we may have to purchase a small amount of steel, but we should have a.
Did they have that big scoreboard on that small frame that was sitting right next to it against that building at the high school? Okay.
No.
I was going to say, I
use their
hope
old
you do
phone.
not put that thing on. Because they were sitting right next to each other like they went together. And I thought,
No, we're going to put it on pallets.
awesome.
I also want to say that the Easter egg giveaway went really well. That we were out of eggs within 2 hours of starting, so that went really well. Yeah, we did.
Chris, where are we at on the sign for the new park?
We're kind of on hiatus right there. We've got it located. I'd like to get it surveyed. I mean, when we get through the 160 project, I'd like to get it surveyed so we know exactly. There's so many utilities there. I'd like to know where stuff can put us on. I mean, we've got water, electric, phone, cable, all running through there. We own 50 by 50. I just want to know exactly where that 50 by 50 is so we're not setting it on top of utilities. So he said that what he'd like to do is do a sign the same with the rock we have out here. I mean, the sign part needs to be redone. He was going to give us a bid on redoing those 2 signs and then building that one to match.
We've got a lot of rock down where the cabin was. Is there a chance we can use part of that?
We're going to build a charcoal grill with some of that rock. But the rock he used is a fake rock.
Okay.
Enos rock, so I would imagine he'd want it to match. But yeah, the natural stones that are left down there, we've got a design. We're going to put an actual charcoal grill next to the pavilion with the stones that were there.
Good.
Awesome.
Okay, last but not least, we have a person that has been here for 15 years working for the city, Chris Robertson.
Go get your picture taken, son. Come on here.
Chris wears many hats and is so appreciated here with for the whole city. I mean, I know your crew thinks so much of you, and you put in so much work and time in a day, in a week, in month, year. It's amazing. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thanks. Thank you. Great. Thanks.
Good job.
Appreciate it.
Okay. I need a motion to go to closed session. On, under authority of, a motion to adjourn?
Yes.
Sorry. Yes.
I make a motion.
Make a motion go into closed.
That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
then we come back.
A motion that go into, under authority of section 610.0213, personnel.
So moved.
I will second that motion.
Okay? Carol?
Aye.
Greg?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone.
6:26.